mean, there's been a number of great players over the course of the last 25, 30 plus years in the women's college game. Whether you want to go back to Cheryl Miller through Lisa Leslie and Cheryl Swoops and Maya Moore and Brianna Stewart, Diana Taurasi, there have been great players. One of the factors that helped skyrocket Caitlin's fame was timing. You know, women's basketball was at a place where people were ready to embrace it. The second big thing is she played differently than anyone else we've seen in the history of women's college basketball. We have never seen a player consistently pull up from 30 to 40 feet, consistently make those shots, who combined that with an incredible knack and flair for passing. She played the game.
Caitlin Clark has always possessed exceptional talent, but she is now excelling at an entirely new level. With the WNBA closely watching, she continues to hone her craft, evolving into a dominant force on the court. Recent footage showcases Caitlin Clark as a more powerful and commanding force on the court. There is every reason to believe she is on the path to dominance.
All right, so you made 233 out of 300. This is kind of your routine. How do you feel about 233?
I think it's a good number. Threes were a little bit, I wouldn't say lower. I'll still take 63, but I want to be more so around 70 if I can.
Yeah.
81 mid-range is really, really good. Usually around 75 there, and anytime I can get to around 90 out of 100 free.
Indiana is in a strong position, pushing the tempo as Clark drills the three.
Indiana has numbers here. Clark looks to take advantage. Clark launches.
Caitlin is stepping up her game. If you thought she was already a threat in addition to honing her shot, she is also gaining muscle and strength in anticipation of dominating the league in a completely new manner. Music, W. Started, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to stay up-to-date on all the most recent NBA news and major stories. This transition may be the one that defines Caitlin Clark's legacy.
Aerobic fitness in. Good. I need it.
Looking back at the previous season, Caitlin Clark was already a generational scorer, fearlessly attacking defenses and sinking deep threes with ease.
Rare, you got to match up against other Nike hoopers. Do you have a favorite matchup?
You're gonna get me in trouble. Honestly, I'll just say DT because she's such an icon in our sport and has been in the game for so long. You know, getting to share the court with her was pretty fun, and you just see her competitive spirit, even though you're not on her team. You can just feel it as a competitor. I think I've hated losing even before I can remember. When I was growing up, all I did was cry when I lost. But it upset my parents a lot. My dad was my first coach, so he had to deal with me crying. So the more I won, the less crying there was. from a very young age because no matter what I did, whether I was playing a sport or playing a board game,
Critics immediately questioned whether she could cope with the physicality of the league or if she was just another college standout who would falter in the face of bigger, stronger.
Here's Clark. Guarded by Evans. Clark. 6 to shoot. Backing down. Clark leans in and banks it home. An astute and composed take.
In the present, Caitlin Clark has completely rewritten the narrative. She didn't just recognize the challenges, she took them head-on. This off-season, she prioritized building a physique capable of standing up to the league's toughest defenders, not just refining her shot or tightening her handles. In today's game, strength is just as crucial as technique, and the results speak for themselves.
Are in dispute.
All right, we're back with another weight room lift. Here we go. Oh, the girl is strong. Like she's wearing a stupid little outfit. Cute. Yes, hit it. Hit it. Strong. Yep, you do. Yeah. There we go. Break time. Bill. Bill. What?
Hey, yo, no pop right.
Ooh, get it strong. Cause who messing with Les? No, get it Les.
Through weightlifting, resistance training, explosive drills, and a commitment to a top-tier strength and conditioning program, Caitlin Clark has added muscle while maintaining her agility. She focused on lower body strength, endurance, and core stability to ensure she could absorb contact and still finish strong. As a result, she has transformed into a tougher, more resilient player. It's clear that she is now stronger, more balanced, and no longer just absorbing content.
There was a huge viral moment in sports reporting, and you, Monica, were at the center of it concerning an appearance on Stephen A. Smith's show and a young basketball player on The Fever, who's apparently generating quite a bit of controversy.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that viral moment.
All right, so the conversation, John, it started about this foul over the weekend that Kennedy Carter for the Chicago...
***, Indiana fans and analysts aren't the only ones who have noticed Clark's transformation. Her coach, Stephanie White, has acknowledged that Clark has completely elevated her game. Hours of weight training have given her more defined arms, a stronger core for better balance through contact, and powerful legs that generate.
For the WNBA, I hope it's that same thing. I hope I can continue to grow the game. I hope we're playing in front of sold-out crowds. I hope more teams are added to the league. There's so many tremendous players that don't even get the opportunity to play.
Instead of getting knocked off course, Clark's added strength is transforming her game. She now attacks the basket with power, finishing through contact with confidence. Her defense has also improved. She can hold her ground against bigger opponents, making her a true two-way threat. Defenders who once pushed her off balance are now feeling her strength, and with increased leg power, her three-point range has...
Oh, yeah. I'm a fan of them.
Caitlin Clark was a dangerous threat in her rookie season, thanks to her elite shooting and quick handles. However, WNBA defenders quickly adjusted, challenging her with tougher matchups and forcing her into difficult situations. She soon realized that skill alone wouldn't be enough. She needed to evolve. Rather than relying solely on deep threes and sharp cuts, Clark adapted by adding new dimensions.
Ariel Atkins had possession.
Clark the switch on to Dolson, steps back, convert.
Now, with increased strength, Clark is more than just a shooter. She's a complete two-way threat. She can overpower smaller defenders in the paint with her strength and size, making her an inside scoring force. Defenders who once crowded her on the perimeter now face a tough dilemma. If they press too hard, she'll blow past them, if they give
of the year, led the Indiana Fever to their first playoff appearance in 8 years, and is the second female star to win the honor for Time Magazine, following the footsteps of gymnastics great Simone Biles in 2021. Stocks and basketball, Caitlin Clark with our basketball analyst, Ashley Nicole Moss. Ash, how big is this, not just for Caitlin, but for the women's game overall, and recognizing how the game has not just grown on the court, but also in sporting and social fabric in North America?
It's huge. I mean, for the longest time, the WNBA has been trying to get on this global scale, and I feel like that's the direction they are finally headed. I think that WNBA fans have always been proud supporters and pushers of the advancements of this league, but sometimes it takes a certain star of a certain caliber to really just expand and explode the league from the inside out, and that's what Caitlin Clark.
the biggest change. Those who once tried to intimidate Clark are now struggling to keep up with her.
Biggest strengths.
Had to do a lot of the scoring.
Those days are long gone. What was once a weakness, physicality, is now a strength. With added muscle, Clark no longer gets knocked off course by hard hits that once sent her flying.
I grew up playing literally everything, and I was super competitive, so my parents kind of just tossed me out there and wanted me to get my energy out, whether it was soccer, softball, golf, track. I really did it all. And then when I got into high school, I kind of knew basketball was my future, and I loved it, and I wanted to practice it, and I think that's what was different. I wanted to get better at it. I wanted to spend time working on my game, and that was probably what set that apart from all the other sports I played. They were just kind of for fun with my friends. I was really competitive about it, but I didn't take extra time out of my day to go and work on my game and want to be better and be better than.
***, I grew up playing almost every sport. I was super competitive. My parents just threw me into everything to burn off my energy, whether it was soccer, softball, golf, or track. I really did it all. But when I got to high school, I knew basketball was my future. I loved it. I wanted to practice. That was the difference. I wanted to get better, to put in the